So I left a successful Wall Street career to start everyday life. And I have to tell you that a lot of my coworkers thought I was an idiot for doing that. But the fact is that I was reading more and more about the struggles of middle-income families. And I thought with all of the science and technology that we have today, it just didn't make sense to me that people were having such a hard time making good financial decisions, and I thought I could do more to help. The thing is, this isn't just a feel-good story. There's a $20 billion opportunity out there to whoever can figure out how to serve this group better. And the way that we're approaching it is based on an experience that I had buying life insurance for myself not too long ago. It was an incredible struggle, even just to figure out the basic questions of what kind should I buy and how much should I get. And I thought to myself, if a finance nerd like me is struggling with these questions, how does anyone get it right? Unfortunately, the data suggests that few people are. Studies show, in fact, that there's a huge mismatch between the life insurance that people need and what they actually end up buying. Very few people get that right. And as an aside, my 11-year-old son was looking over my shoulder as I was putting this together, and he said to me, "So Dad, basically everyday life is just about making that green thing bigger?" And I was like, "That's exactly right," and I couldn't have summed it up better myself. I've talked to a lot of people about how to do that. And one of the things that I heard pretty consistently from the industry was a concern about financial literacy, right? Our customers just need to get smarter about this stuff if they want to work with us. And, I'm all for education. I see the truth in that, but I think there's actually more. And there's more that we could be doing. For example, on the product side, the solutions that we put forward, if you look at a typical life insurance policy and chart it out, it looks like a big rectangle, because the coverage that's provided basically stays the same for the life of the policy. But if you were going to sit down with a financial planner and actually run the numbers on your situation, it's much more likely that the solution would look more like a triangle. And by the way, the difference between a rectangle and a triangle in terms of cost is huge, like 70%, 80% over the life of a policy. So we had the crazy idea, what if we started a business based on providing people with what they need? It's ridiculous, right? So that's our basic premise. And we call it an online insurance concierge. If you've ever worked with a concierge at a hotel or whatever, it can be a great experience. They're experts, they can give you advice, and they also have the connections to make it happen, whatever it is you're trying to do. And that's exactly what we're doing with life insurance. And it's all very simple. You go to our website, you answer a few questions, it takes about 5 minutes, and you get immediately back from that a personalized recommendation on a comprehensive coverage plan for your unique situation. But the experience doesn't end there. We're licensed agents, so we can help you buy that coverage as well. But we do it in a very specific way. We're independent, so we like to present multiple quotes, but it's not like a supermarket where we blast you with 20 options and it's up to you to sort it out and figure out what works. No, we call it smart choice. We'll present 2, maybe 3 options at the most, and it's very clear to the consumer why they're getting these different options. Like one might be the value option, the other one might be the more convenient buy it now option. This is a little bit of a different way of doing things, leading with advice. So we wanted to understand before we roll this out really, is there demand for this? Is this going to be useful to people? So we took a rudimentary version of our advice engine, put it on the web, and pretty quickly we had over 2,000 visits to our site. And 24% of the people that came went all the way through to get our advice. We were thrilled with that number because that's about 4 times the level of engagement that the industry benchmarks would have suggested we should expect. The other stat that was kind of striking to us was how many people were coming to us in the middle of the night. And that signaled to us that this is something important, because this is the kind of thing that's keeping people up at night. How are we bringing this to market, right? With a consumer-facing business, this comes up a lot. And it's obviously critical. It's a make or break question. We've decided not to put all of our eggs on the digital marketing basket, and instead are focusing on partnerships with organizations that are highly regarded by their members and whose endorsement really matters. And this isn't just our distribution strategy. This is actually the cornerstone of how we stand apart in a crowded field. Because we've designed our whole platform around the idea of making it something that a member-centric organization would be excited to present to their members. And the first part of that is unbiased advice. And that's not just something we pay lip service to. We've built our whole business model, the whole way we make money, around the basic idea of putting our clients first. And what do I mean by that? I mean, one thing is that we've sidestepped the whole issue of the commission sales agent approach. Another way that we stand apart is through our solutions themselves. I describe them as cost-effective, and what I really mean by that is that you have the confidence that you're getting the coverage plan that's going to make sense for you. Because you went through that tailored assessment, you've got very specific advice now, but it's coming in at a much lower price point than the alternatives. Again, getting back to the triangles versus rectangles thing. And then finally, our client-centric web experience. So our customers, they control the whole process. They control their data, how it's being used. We're not going to spam them with a bunch of stuff or sell the leads, and have their phones light up with 50 people calling them or something like that. And the other thing that has been interesting to see is we're not afraid to tell people when we think they don't need to buy any more life insurance. And that blows people away. We get these emails from folks being like, I can't believe you're the first person to ever tell me, is your algorithm right? You guys, I've never had anyone tell me that I didn't need to buy something from them right now. And while we might be losing a sale right then, the goodwill that we build up is incredible, and I will make that trade every day of the week, because we're starting with life insurance and selling it through channel partners, but we see an opportunity to take the goodwill and the trust that we're building and help people across a range of needs and reaching a lot more people over time. Now, I'm joined on this adventure with my co-founder, Dipali Trivedi. She's an amazing person. She brings a serious depth of technical skills to what we're doing. She's built and scaled platforms for big companies and for startups, and she's got a great background in machine learning and artificial intelligence on top of that. All of that complements my business background very nicely. And we're a little excited to make a little bit of news today for you all. First of all, we're going to be launching the first version of our platform in June. And as a little sneak preview for you on that, very excited to announce our first strategic partner, Legal & General. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, we're super excited. Legal & General is a world-class insurance company. We're also excited because there's terrific alignment between their product set and our insurance philosophy. So we're thrilled to be doing business with them. But I have to say that this is just the very beginning for us. We're going to have many more exciting announcements in the near future. And I'm seriously hoping that you can be involved in one of those. Whether you're working with an insurance company, an investor, a possible distribution partner, or really just someone who needs help with their life insurance, I'd love to talk to you about that. There's a $20 billion prize out there waiting for us. Let's go get it. Thank you.